Welcome everyone to our brief but very important discussion of Kamala and ABC fake news versus Trump presidential debate discussion with Ginger. Ginger, what did you want to say to the audience?
Okay, well, first of all, I had this ready last night. I was gonna make notes, and then I realized I didn't need to because it was a setup. It was 3 against 1, period. Trump was fact-checked multiple times. She, nothing, 0. If that wasn't a red flag, I couldn't spend 2 hours watching the disgrace that I saw early on and then go to bed. It wasn't healthy. What we should do from this point, we should have always done this, I feel like. How are the elite ABC news anchors asking these questions on behalf of, which is baloney, of the American people? They don't have a clue what we are going through on a daily basis. They don't have a clue that we go onto our banking before we walk into a grocery store, okay? To make sure we have enough money to not, be embarrassed when we swipe our card or tap our card. We need to make sure we have enough money and or have a backup credit card just in case. These people have no idea. Do you know who should be sitting in those seats? Us Americans. We, the people, should be sitting in those seats asking important day-to-day struggle questions that we need answers to. The president works for us, the American people. Well,
They're supposed to. Anyway.
They're supposedly they are working on our behalf, making our lives, number one, safe, secure, and it's nothing. We don't even have a president today. We haven't had a president since he ended up sitting on the beach, okay? While Trump was, he was,
So about in this debate that you didn't watch too much of because of all these reasons, did you get stopped at like the 20-minute point, 25? Like when did you drop off?
I probably stopped 15-20 minutes into realizing this is a joke. I'm not wasting my time. I'll get the talking points on Newsmax. I'll get talking points where the news, I believe, is actually sharing the news. The mainstream media, and I'll tell you, ABC, NBC, CBS, CNN, Fox News. I haven't watched Fox News since they fired Tucker because I realized what was going on. They're owned too.
They all are.
They all are. Even Fox. So yeah.
So speaking of which, during this, did you notice that she seemed to be memorizing a script? Like she was very scripty.
She was very comfortable.
A bit too comfortable.
Very much so. Too comfortable. And again, these questions. Don't tell me for 1 second that the questions weren't given to her
in advance
to prep her. There are too many videos out there of her just stumbling, fumbling. That sounds familiar. Didn't we say it?
Stumbling and fumbling. Yeah.
Biden?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, she's right there with them. I mean, it's like a political fashion show. Somebody said to me not too long ago, and I find this to be what's the word? Okay. What do you mean you're not voting for her? She's a female.
What does that have to do with
That is so
not,
sexist.
Absolutely.
That is the definition of sexist, to say, I'm not voting on gender, I'm not voting on race.
Speaking of
I'm
which,
voting on what you can, and these two people that were up there on stage have proven themselves. It's not like, you know what, walk the walk and then we'll see. Trump was 4 years president.
Right.
We saw what he was capable of doing. She, over 3.5 years vice president, we saw her incapability.
Well, speaking of the race part, since you dropped off early on in the beginning, at some point during the end, a race question was brought up by the moderators, or rather, Kamala said that Trump is racist. Well, that's what she said to him. Well, first of all, Trump is way not racist. He's helped Hispanics and blacks and all this, and it's really Kamala and Joe that are the real racists.
For years. You know, you have to remember something too about Trump. Trump was a Democrat for many years. He Chuck Schumer's of the politicians. He was good friends with them. He met their children. They invited him into their homes, parties, things like that. So he decides to run because he's seeing, what is it, 2015, 16?
Right.
He's seeing what's going on in America, in this country, in the world, okay? In the world, not just this country, in the world. And he decided, you know what, this is how I'm gonna run, because he knows, and both sides, by the way, both sides. Don't, you know, this isn't just
Fox News, still bad.
Both sides, Democrat, Republicans.
There's a lot of rhinos, Republicans.
So he decided that he couldn't run independent because he would have lost.
Right.
He can't. So he decided to go Republican, and boy, did he lose them. Conveniently, he lost them.
Oh, speaking of which, when he used to be a Democrat, there's also a few other recent examples as well. Elon Musk, the big Elon Musk guy, Elon Musk, RFK Jr.
Yep.
and Tulsi.
And Tulsi.
All three of these people were also originally Democrats.
And they decided, you know what? Here's the bottom line. How are we going to save our country? And let me just add this. We're going down a rabbit hole. And you know, we're down the rabbit hole. We're
way
not
deep
just
into
going,
it.
We started going down the rabbit hole decades ago. I have news for you. Decades ago. I don't even know when it started. Now, it's buckle up, because I don't know what's going to happen. Even when Trump gets in, look at what they did to him for 4 years. If he gets in, look at what he had gone through and is still going through. I mean, they put a gag order on this guy for political reasons only. That is it. There is no other reason. He could have gone into office and spent all of his time putting who should be in jail, Hillary Clinton, and her whole gaggle of, she's a criminal, but she's a Democrat, so she gets a free pass. He could have spent all his time, like these idiots, for 3.5 years, just about 3.5 years, going after Trump the way they've been going after him. He could have done that. He could have just opened up that, but he didn't. He got in there and he worked on, what was best for all Americans. All Americans.
Wow. So I can totally understand why you left the debate early on. But you've made a lot of solid, really important points right there, of all kinds.
Thank you, Ben.
You're welcome. Thank you.
I wish we had some. And you know what? Here's the thing too, with my, pen to paper that I thought I was going to do last night. I was, on both the Democrat and Trump, Harris and Trump, whatever they're good talking, both of them, including Harris. If she had something decent to say, which was nothing, no surprise. I would put that, and I would say, okay. But again, these are two candidates on stage that have a proven record.
Well, one's a great record and one's a
great record, and one is atrocious. And she's been atrocious for decades, this woman.
Right. And what scares me is that even though she was never getting through the actual primary process of all kinds of voting, actually really voted in, there's going to be a lot of people that actually vote for her.
It's frightening.
Very frightening.
It's frightening. So we'll just see. And at this point, I kind of felt deflated. And I don't want to get in that deflated zone, because I'm not going to let this steal my peace, and it shouldn't. You get educated and understand, look at the candidate that you're
But you're right. But you're right. The news for decades has been like this. Even Fox News now is not even good.
I don't trust them either.
No, not at all.
Yeah. I don't.
So the Harris campaign has said they would like to do a second debate. Would you like to see a second debate? And if so, I think if they do a second one, this time, after the first 2 times being on their terms, this time it should be on Trump's terms if that happens.
Okay, yeah, but that won't happen.
No, it won't happen. Won't happen.
This is when I would watch a debate. When you have, and again, I said this early on, when you have the everyday American people, what is that called? A town hall?
Oh, there was a town hall when
Okay.
she didn't come in. Yeah.
A town hall.
Yeah.
You have you have those two in a town hall, and you have your average American.
Average kind of just regular American. Yeah.
That are going to
Not
ask
gonna
solid
happen.
questions.
That's not gonna
It's
happen.
not going to happen.
That's not gonna happen. Wow.
So, okay. Well,
Well,
We're
I
gonna
guess
wrap it up.
let's start to wrap it up.
Okay.
So far, that's all we got for you. Since this may be the only debate they have that we're talking about, we may not be talking again until after November 5th.
after November. And we'll find, of course it's going to be dark early.
Really,
and all
really dark, so we'll work something out.
So we'll work something out. We'll find an indoor arena.
An indoor arena that will let us do that.
I belong to the Y. Maybe they'll let us in when
It's-
there's no class.
It's good that
Which is why I
it's
always
good-
look like this when we do a video, by the way, because I always come from class or go to class.
Well, it's
so.
good that you're taking the classes in there and that stuff. That's very good. All right, so yeah, this one's gonna be, well, we're a little bit over 10 minutes, but
Yes, we
it's
are.
relatively shorter than the last one I did earlier. So that's all we
We
have.
thought this was going to be a quick one too.
Yeah, it's pretty. You still got you got a
Once
lot
we
of stuff
get
out there.
going, we
You
just,
got a
yeah.
lot of stuff out there.
Okay,
So it is what
all
it is.
right.
So wait. So that's all we got for you for now. Everybody dance and have a good time. This is friend and co-host Ginger and Millennial Man Motions Entertainment LLC signing out till after November 5th. Peace out.
Peace out. Vote.